So today is going to be the very first upholstered item that I've ever done. It's an ottoman or footstool. It's actually made for the basement for my son to put his feet on. He wanted one big enough for him and two of his friends to put their feet on at the same time. And priced them out at the store. It's like $130 for like the cheapest one. So I thought I could make one cheaper. I made it out of some 2x6s I had hanging around for a while, some 1/2-inch ply, and some foam and red tag fabric from the fabric store. All in all, it cost me $70 for this footstool, and the majority of that was just the foam for the top of the footstool. I was quite surprised at how expensive those were. The foam alone was $40. So, if you're interested in seeing how I did this, stick around and I'll show you. Now I'm going to split the leg blanks right down the center. Now, because these blocks are really not in very good shape, but I still need at least 2 good pieces for the short stretchers on the bottom. So I'm going to trim these up. I measured them out, and 5 1/4 is where the good material starts. I'm going to move it to 2.5 inches, which is the finished width for the stretchers. Okay, after straightening one side and measuring, it turns out 2 3/8 of an inch is as wide as I'm going to be able to get these legs. Now these last two pieces are just leftover. I'm gonna cut them into 2.5-inch pieces, and these will be the slats for the bottom. Okay. Now I'm gonna split these into, I'm hoping, 3 3/8-inch wide boards. Alright, now I'm going to cut the top to width, and it's going to be a total of 18 inches wide. Now I'm going to rip the remaining piece into two 2.5-inch pieces. Now I'm going to cut the top to length. Alright, now this piece that I just cut off from the length, I'm going to chop these also into 2.5-inch wide pieces, and it'll also be for the skirt around the top. So now I'm just going to trim all the legs to their final size, which is going to be 14 inches. So I'm going to be spacing them the 2.5 inches up from the bottom of the leg, and 3/4 inch and 3/4 of an inch in from the outside of the leg. So now I'm going to sand all the edges, prime it, paint it, and then come back and start the upholstery. So after trying to cut that foam with a long razor blade, straight edge razor blade, and a pair of scissors, I gave up and decided to use the bandsaw. The bandsaw worked really well. I thought it was just gonna like tear it up and get it all bound up inside the bandsaw, but it worked shockingly well.
Give us up.
Okay, so I made a spacer with some 5/8 inch blocks, and that's going to be the space between each of these. So I'm just gonna put some glue on here and pin them in.
That's how fast I throw. Oh my God! No joking. Fail. Put him up, man. I'm talking to other